it was very interesting because I told him I'd rather he get the tooth that I found diseased in his body. I'd rather get the tooth extracted after he completed the first protocol, not during. He took it out during, and I told him that it's possible he could feel worse from that procedure because the injection put into the jaw to pull the tooth, that chemical and the antibiotic they'll give him can go into parts of his body and poison them and make him weaker. And that's what I found when he came back. He came back, actually, I used the tooth that was extracted. I got it from his dentist. He brought it to me here. I used that tooth in the second exam. I found where those infections from the tooth travel to parts of his nervous system. Yes, they do. And I was able to help him clean that up during his second protocol. Now, his second protocol, I examined him on July 20th of 2022. And within about a week of him following the steps that we provided him, the unique, safe, and highly effective method, the treatment that we offered him to help him repair his body, within a week of his second protocol, he called me and he was amazed. So excited that you seen that video. He's in shock. He's so happy because now his brain feels, it's like disease left his brain. And his hands are stronger and his body's stronger and he can handle the heat outside and everything. So he's getting his life back. I found with him in the second protocol, the second exam, I found that he had dental anesthesia from the procedure in the adrenal gland. I found that he had influenza virus affecting his adrenal gland. I found that he had arsenic and dental anesthesia in his white matter of essential nervous system. That's not going to let him function too well. I found the tooth that was pulled had always been infecting his white matter of essential nervous system, where the myelin is. He had dental mercury in the white matter. He had influenza virus. He had the varicella chickenpox virus in the white matter. His glial cells that reproduce the myelin were infected by the infected tooth that was in his mouth. We're getting it out of there in this round. I found that his thalamus, a part of the brain that controls sensation and muscle strength, muscle function, limb function, hand, arm, leg. The thalamus does that for us. We'll show you a picture of where that is in the brain here. I found the dental anesthesia they just used on him was in the thalamus. I found the infections from his tooth were in his cerebral spinal fluid, which is the fluid in and around the brain and spinal cord. I found multiple different mold toxins affecting his brain. I found inflammatory cytokines or interleukins affecting his myelin. I found the kidneys were loaded with the infections from his teeth. That'll make the legs weak. I found the ureters that connect from the kidney to the bladder infected from the tooth. That'll make the legs weak. I found the anesthetic from the dental anesthesia they just performed on him in his kidneys as well. That will make the legs weak. That'll make him not be able to stand up and do certain functions. So we're providing him safe and highly effective quantum energized formulas. There's a page on my website we can point out to you that'll describe that better, but we're using frequencies to target the exact identical frequency of the infection and get it right out of that part of the body.